Good morning, friends. Happy Saturday. Sunny, kind of cool Texas weather. Got some rain last week. Today's really nice. Sun's out bright. It's only in the 50s, so it's pretty nice. That's why I've got a long sleeve shirt on. Been hiking most every days. Not much weight training this week, and the main reason is because I redid my gym. I'm going to do a video on it. I really did a major redo. I basically put in another rack, power rack that I'd given to my neighbor, and I split up my bench press to another rack and had to move all my equipment, which means taking thousands of pounds of weight out of the garage. And I didn't have to take the machines out, but I disassembled 2 machines, basically threw them away that I wasn't using, and took out all the flooring. I did have rubber mats on half of my gym. I mean, they look good when they're new. The problem is it's hard to keep them clean because you can't really mop them. I've tried to do that, and spiders and bugs and dirt get it ingrained in them. And anyways, I ripped those out. I also took out my AstroTurf, which was still in good shape. I mean, it looks new still because it's in my garage. I gave it away. Same problem, hard to clean. And I originally got those so I could do calisthenics on them. And it turns out that you get leg burns when you're doing calisthenics on artificial grass. So my whole gym now is cement floor, which is going to be easy to clean. I can use the lawn blower to blow it out when dust and leaves get in there, and I can mop it on occasion. So total redo. I still need to move my kettlebells around, organize those. I'm gonna do that today. I may broadcast from the gym. I'm definitely gonna do a short gym update video. Another big news is I got my Zwift bike, which I've been talking about. Got it set up, which was actually a lot of work to set up because I had to put the bike together, to put the Wahoo kicker together. I bought a TV stand and put one of my older TVs, smart TVs in front of it. And then you have to update the software, get everything adjusted. Anyways, got it all working. Works pretty good. I did 2 workouts yesterday, one like intro workout, and then I did one hard workout. I'm gonna try to do at least one workout every day. I've also been doing my ski machine. Only thing I got to work out on my Zwift bike, I got to do some more adjustments. I'm still learning all the buttons. I've got the shifting buttons down, the braking buttons. I don't know why you'd ever want to brake, but I learned how to steer on it. But there's some top buttons that are kind of Zwift general buttons I need to learn how to use. And then I was doing mirroring from my phone to my TV. The resolution's okay, but it's not as great like I'd like it. They say the best way is use an Apple TV because I got an Apple phone, but I don't really want to do that and buy a membership to Apple TV, so I need to work that out, how I want to do that. Because the nice thing about when it's on the TV, you can see things a lot larger, like see what gears you're in, watts and all that. You don't have to look down, but it's a minor issue. Just got to work that out. But it's good that I have the TV there anyways, because I can watch podcasts or YouTube videos or even football games when I'm on my Zwift bike. And I got to do some, I use their standard adjustments for my height. I need to adjust it a little bit because after I rode yesterday, I thought I put a pad on the seat. So anyways, I'm going to make another adjustment today. I think the adjustments were pretty good, but I'm going to keep fine tuning them. And I'm so excited about that. Also changed my YouTube channel name again, back to Richard Runs Trails. I had Richard Lifts and Runs Trails, but it's too long for some of my apps, especially like on Zwift. It was too long, and it was fumbling up the name. And also on, the flow was not very good. And I spent, over 4 years building the brand, even though the name's almost the same. It's just too long with 2 extra words. And a lot of the apps make you type out and. You can't use the and symbol. For example, on Strava, if you put the and symbol, it works on the computer, but it won't show up correctly on the phone. So anyways, shorten the name back down to Richard Runs Trails. You know, and in the description it says clearly, you know, what I do, you know. So heavily. Hey Rito, thanks for joining, man. I saw some of your snow workouts yesterday. I was watching some of them. Great job on those. I know it's getting cold up there. Here today it's 55, which is, it's not cold, but it's cool. I got a long sleeve shirt on today. Also been keeping up with my push-up progress. I started increasing to 2 to 3 sets a day. For example, I did 1 set this morning already. I was just doing 1 set a day, and because I've been in the gym a lot, but I'm gonna do both. So progressing. I've been eating a lot more than normal. Gained a little bit of weight because I'm trying to heal my injuries, but I'm gonna start cutting weight again. I want to be down to really optimal weight, optimal conditioning in my mind by my birthday, which is end of January. Cocodona is gonna be coming up pretty fast. It's only less than 6 months away now. I know, I got a reminder. I got the first email from Ari Vaipa about Cocodona, so it's coming up. I'll be ready. Hip feels pretty good. Sometimes hard to know. I haven't been running, and it's a little bit sore here and there because I'm lifting, doing weights, cycling yesterday. I haven't really cycled very much in a while. I did 2 workouts, so we'll see how it goes. I'm just having fun. That's important. So, still focusing on 1 really long trail run per year. So I got Cocodona next year, and then I've still got Arkansas Traveler, which is a 100-miler. My plan is to not really do 100-milers anymore, but I'm registered already because they moved my registration from this year to next year because I had a work conflict. Still plan to do that if I can. And we'll see how it goes. I'd also like to do the 200-miler in Mammoth Lakes, Mammoth 200. That's the one put on by Trail Fest team. So I'd like to do that. That's actually very doable because it's in Cocodona's in May. That one's in like September. Someday I also want to do UTMB. I know I said I'm not doing 100-milers, but that was actually a little bit longer than a 100-miler, and that's an iconic big race. But Western States, I don't know if I'm going to ever try to do that again. I was in the lottery for 4 years, and I just, to be honest, don't have the excitement about it anymore. I'm also not sure if I'm fast enough to finish it anyway, so I really excel at the longer stuff because you know, it's kind of a mental drain when you're doing 100-milers and you're racing for cutoffs the whole time. 200-milers just have a lot more time. I mean, even in Cocodona, I made some huge mistakes. It cost me hours. Like after the first 50K, I was at an aid station for an hour and a half, wasted because my stomach was messed up. And then I got lost. I probably wasted 3 or 4 hours in that race. And still, when I pulled out, I was ahead of cutoff a few hours. I was doing fine. Just had injured my shoulder and neck. So, really excited about doing these long events. They're more like a project anyways. Not so much focused on speed. Hiking, project management, jogging. I mean, I'm still gonna jog and run. I don't like to use the word run unless I'm really running. I don't think I do that in ultras anyways. I mostly jog and do some hiking. Kind of a fast-paced jog, you know, around the 12-minute range. That's kind of my sweet spot in the long events, 11 to 12 and a half minute miles. So works well for me. So I just got to figure out what's wrong with my hip. I think I just lost a lot of flexibility. Well, I never had much flexibility anyways, but maybe it's gotten too out of whack. So really gonna blast it with weightlifting, cycling, hiking over the next 6 months. I'm confident I'll work it out. But like I said, the 200 milers, they don't push you to death on jogging the whole time. So the only thing that would cause me a problem in Cocodona would be an injury. Like if my hip flared up with a lot of pain like it did in Tunnel Hill, I couldn't finish. I could have finished Tunnel Hill. And that was really disappointing because it's such an easy course. And I was doing fine. Mentally, I was strong. It's just, it wasn't something I could wait out because my hip was hurting. So I really think I had like a small stress fracture, and then I have muscle imbalance. I think I have a bunch of things going wrong with it. That I'm taking it easy. That's why I'm not running or jogging until the beginning of the year. So you're probably thinking, well, why don't you go to the doctor and get an MRI? Yeah, I could do that. But they're going to tell me either one of two things. They're going to say, don't run for a while, or they're going to say, oh, you probably need a hip replacement. I'm not going to do that. Okay, fuck that. I'll become a weightlifter and a cyclist before I do that. I went through a hamstring surgery, and that sucked. I mean, I was in a brace for a month. So that's why I'm chilling out. Because I was running pretty good clip. I mean, I was running 10-minute miles for probably 18 miles in Tunnel Hill. And I mean, people might argue, oh, your training pace, maybe that was a little fast. Yeah, maybe it was, but it's a perfectly flat course. I mean, I felt like I was comfortable and I wasn't pushing myself too hard. It's just my hip mechanically just gave out on me. I mean, that course is so flat that you can look straight ahead, and you can't see, as far as you can see the trail straight ahead. I mean, that's why they run fast times on it. Great race organization. They even gave me a program, just like you get when you go to a football game or something. It had all the rules in it and stuff. I mean, it's up at like Ari Vipa level, cars race directing. Really nice place. So nothing but good things to say about that race. The thing is, I kind of embarrassed myself. I should have finished it. I hate DNFing, and I would have finished it. I mean, if I had cramps or something like that, it'd be different. I could have walked it out. Just something mechanically was hurting bad. I really think it may be a stress fracture or something. Because, like I said in a previous vlog, I went through some of the chiropractors and doctors have all kinds of hip testing on YouTube, and I went through all the testing where you kind of put your legs out and you rotate your feet in. If you can do that, especially if you can do it with no pain, and I can. My hips are working fine. And the interesting thing is, they said when you have a hip problem mechanically, it's usually a pain in the groin area. I don't have any of that. Mine's on the outside. Kind of feels like muscle related. So this year I haven't put in the mileage like I did in the past. That could have some impact on it too. I have to increase my mileage, which I'm going to do. Time on feet, hiking, just kind of like I did for this last Cocodona. But I'm going to try to jog more. So I'm planning to start that in January. Just really get in the hiking miles and the cycling miles during these last few days of November and December. And just kind of go from there. I might do some shorter races Not because I'm racing. I just like to get out, and you can go longer when there's aid stations, you know. They have a bunch of events around here. Even in December, they have one like 5 miles from my house. I don't know, I might do that one. It's a Tejas Trail event. I've done it before. I don't know. Well, actually, I won't, because I just contradicted myself. I said I'm going to do a run in December. I'm not doing a run in December. It would be January. So today I'm going to work in the gym. I got to get my son working out today too. He's taking a day off yesterday. He needs to cut some weight and really build up his strength. All right, Rito. Hey, have a great workout. Stay warm, man. I know it's getting cold up there. Look forward to seeing your post. Say hi to your son if he's coaching you today. Have a great day. I probably should be heading back soon. Yeah, the weather's great in Texas today. I was listening to Single Track podcast, and he talking about UTMB, just like Free Trail was. It's like the podcasters are really bored right now. There's no news about UTMB. They bought the German race, but it's no big deal. One interesting thing is Finn on Single Track said he's got like 15, I think he said 12 to 15 podcasts that he can't post because the people he interviewed doesn't want to. I was like, man, it shows you there's a lot of collusion in trail running media. You know, one of them's podcasting the same subject about UTMB as Free Trail was. It's like, why don't they podcast about the other big race directors? They don't, because it's not cool to do that. It's cool to kick UTMB in the nuts all the time. I think UTMB is doing a good job. I wish they would buy a race in Texas. However, saying that, when I did Grindstone, they did not a good job. So part of it was a great job, but the aid station management sucked. Imagine going 9 miles and not being water. That's what happened to me at Grindstone. Aid station number 2, no water. It was unbelievable. So UTMB is not perfect, but I don't mind a big companies buying all these races. I mean, their competitor, Arya Vipa, owns a lot of races, and they do a good job. So I'm not going to bang on UTMB just because they're not American. I think that's uncool. I think they've done good things in triathlon. So, but if you got podcaster burying podcasts because pros don't want them published, makes you wonder what they're saying about, when they're reviewing products. Maybe they're only saying things favorable, or they don't publish it, I mean, when you're sponsored by Norda shoes, Norda's looks like a nice shoe. I've never worn them because they're so crazy expensive, and they wouldn't really talk to me at TRE. But you got to wonder when a good runner says Norda's the best shoes, but you go to, you never see anybody wear Norda. Yeah, same thing about Ultra. I was a big Ultra fan for a long time. We're Olympus from version 3 to 5. They came out with Ultra 6, Olympus 6. It's terrible. Just spoke my mind about it. So I was approached by a marketing agency last week about reviewing some products, and they wanted to know how much I was going to charge them, and I said I don't review products for money, and the ones they wanted me to review, they don't get any views. It was like massage guns and stuff like that. And I refused them because they want you to sign a contract, and they want you to only say what they want you to say. I don't do that. I test them, and if they're good, they're good. If they're bad, they're bad. I've gotten bad reviews about things. So, but you gotta wonder. I guess my point is, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful whose review you take, because it could be just they were getting paid by them. Hey man, thanks for joining. Hope you're doing good, man. Rocket Tray, what are you up to today, man? I'm just doing some hike hill repeats basically. The weather's very good today. I was talking about my Zwift bike earlier. I'm excited about that. I did 2 workouts yesterday. So outdoor cycling is a little bit challenging. I mean, there are some places to do it around here. There's a lot of traffic, so it's a little bit dangerous. But indoor cycling, that's the way to go, man. You can ride different courses, and I was doing that on my treadmill too, but I'm having problems with my Nordic treadmill right now. So, but I like the virtual stuff. And so I'm going to take advantage of it, because when the weather's bad, like this week, it's raining a lot. Can't really get outside. I'm not going to put on a bunch of gear to run through the rain. I do that in races sometimes, because you're in a race, you got to do what you got to do. But I don't want to put on a bunch of gear and go run in the rain or snow or cold weather. It's not needed. Plus, it's not appealing to me. So, but with Zwift, I can ride with other people, race against other people. I haven't done any races yet. I just got my bike going yesterday. But I'm really excited about it. And they got like XP level, you can move up, and as you get more XP, you can move up to higher levels, and you can also get bike upgrades and stuff like that. Digital bike upgrades. It's pretty cool. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of like gaming for adults, I guess. Hey, Trey, man, you chilling? What are you doing today? You gaming or going outside? Where are you located? I'm in Texas. Weather's good here. I know it's cold up north. It was raining for a few days, but now it's clear. It says we're not going to get rain until Monday. No, Wednesday, day before Thanksgiving. I'm planning on taking 2 days off, plus we get 2 days holiday. So next week I'm only really working Monday. So, and my kids are off from school already, so it's better anyways. So before you know it, December will be here. And on December, I guess it's December 1st, which is a Monday, I got to go to Dallas to meet with a customer. But then I'm coming back the same day. And a couple days later, I think I'm going to visit the TRE show in San Antonio. It's a running show. So looking forward to that. So before you know it, Christmas will be here. Got the Christmas tree up. It's working. Actually got that up about a week ago. My daughter was pushing me about that. So, I bought a new, talking about spending money, I bought a new Titan SSB bar. It's a safety squat bar. It's mostly for my son. It's got the handles. And Titan's a very good brand out of LA. I was going to get an Elite FTS, but they're just much more expensive. So the Titan is a really good quality. It's not the best, but I have a Titan machine already and some other Titan equipment. They make good stuff. And they had their bar, Olympic bar, like $100 off. So I bought that yesterday. I should get that maybe in 3 or 4 days. Not new, but the additional rack in my garage. It's a lot easier to do squatting. So I'm going to be doing some squatting too, just lightweight. That's how it goes. I'll build up this hip strength every which way I can. I guess my overall strength. Because in powerlifting, you got bench press, deadlift, and squatting. I had been doing some deadlifting. I'm not sure if that's what aggravated my hip or not. Could have been. But I'm also planning on doing some squatting now, because with the SSB bar I can, because it's got the handles that go out front. A normal squat bar, it's just a straight bar, and you got to put your hands behind your neck, I just don't have that flexibility anymore. So looking forward to that. I still need to replace the purge valve in my car. I got all the parts. It only causes a problem after I fill up with gas because fumes don't get regulated going to the engine. But I watched a video how to do it. It's not that hard. I've got a heat gun and some heat tubes to put it back in place. So I'm gonna do that. I just couldn't do it the last few days because it was raining. I had to put a new battery in my wife's car too. I did that already. So I do have some car work, more housework. And when I put in my Zwift bike, I cleaned up my I call it my endurance gym. So had to move my ski machine to make room for my Zwift bike. Anyways, I hope everybody has a great Saturday. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We go live all the time, chat about everything. Hope everybody has a great day.